guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your host, Divine. What I'm going to talk about today we are going to talk about emotional distress and how to handle it. You feel too weak to talk to people. You feel like you just want to withdraw from everyone. You feel like life itself is too stressful for you to deal with. Are you holding back tears while giving the world a big smile? Do you feel like you've gone too down to face life again? I'll tell you what you're going through. It's called emotional distress. And emotional distress have different ways that it can be dealt with. So don't worry, there are solutions to these feelings. With emotional distress, it makes you feel like the world has left you. You don't want to look at life anymore. You just feel like you should withdraw from everybody, stay on your own. In fact, you are more happy when you're alone than when you're with people. And in this video, I'm going to enlighten you on one of the ways to deal with emotional distress. Are you ready? I need you to relax, calm down. You're not alone. A lot of people go through emotional distress and they don't need to talk to anybody about it. So let's listen to what I have to say and learn from it. Number one, let's talk about your feelings because your feelings is one of the gates to emotional distress. Your feelings actually is the gate to emotions. Allow yourself to feel. It's okay to feel your emotions. Don't try to suppress them. When people feel angry, when they feel sad, and they're in a place where they're not meant to feel that way, they have to pretend. They have to suppress it. And at the end of the day, it doesn't go away. It just goes down. You just suppress it. And one thing about suppressing feelings, it comes back in a rush, in a way you won't even be able to understand or explain it. How do you explain a feeling you don't understand? You just know that you feel a certain way, but you don't know if you're angry, you don't know if you're sad, you don't know if you're anxious, you're just there. And at the end of the day, since you can't tell people about this feeling, you end up withdrawing. You end up staying alone. You end up shedding that tears while they're in your head. No one sees that you're crying. And once you raise your head up to watch, you're smiling. This is a very bad situation and nobody gets to understand, nobody gets to talk about much because they feel like everyone is okay. You end up checking up on people who are you need people to check up on you. We all understand this feeling because we go through it. We have to fight this feeling because we can't explain to people what we are feeling. They don't understand it. They don't even expect us to feel that way. So allow yourself to feel these emotions. It's okay to feel it. Suppressing them is a very bad way and it's a way to open gates to emotional distress. Give yourself the permission to express and process your emotions. Once you can process it, once you have time to know what you're feeling, step by step, you can actually have a solution to it. Rather than trying to suppress them or avoid them, you cannot avoid being angry, especially when you've been offended. You just have to be angry. It's just that you have to control it. But suppressing or trying to avoid and be like, I don't want to get angry today because I know that I go very much. I'm a very crazy person. I don't want to get angry. When I get angry, I could do something bad. There is no how you can avoid getting angry when the whole world is going to offend you at the end of the day. When you're emotionally distressed, it's common to feel overwhelmed by emotions like sadness, anger, or anxiety. Instead of trying to push these feelings away, try to acknowledge it. Try to accept that you feel this way. I am angry. Yes, this is why I'm angry. You have to know what is causing these feelings. You don't just stay and get angry. Even if nobody is there presently, there are memories that get you angry and under it. There are things that flash through your mind and you're like, if this thing hadn't happened, I'll be going through this now. And then the next thing you're feeling an emotion, you're trying to suppress it, like, okay, no, don't think about it. You cannot suppress it. You cannot avoid it. It will come back in a rush. Once you have a bad memory, or once somebody offends you, yes, you're angry. You have to say that, yeah, this thing you said got me angry. It got me pissed off, okay? That's the only way you can get to control it. Because if you do something hot when people don't know that you were angry, it becomes a different story. So please, let's try to accept our feelings the way it is. Now, what do you do with these emotions? Because, okay, now you're angry, now you're sad about a certain thing, and you don't know what to do about it. You can't stay sad forever. You can't stay under your duvet forever. You can't cover your face with a pillow forever. You can't bend your head and cry forever. You have to look up again. You can't keep pretending. You can't keep smiling while you were crying a few minutes ago. You can't keep saying it's fine when nothing is fine. You can't keep walking around, greeting everybody, asking how they're doing. You know you have a problem. You know you have an issue. You know you need to talk to somebody. What do you do with this emotion? What do you do with this anxiety? What do you do with this sadness, with this anger? You need to recognize it. You need to identify what you're feeling. You need to identify how you're feeling and give emotions a name. Once you feel bad, you just know you're down. You just know your mind is upset, but it doesn't have a name. If someone look up to you and be like, what's going on? You don't even know if you're sad, if you're angry, you don't know what's happening, but yes, you are not in a good mood. You need to identify this feeling. You need to give it a name. You need to give this emotion a set name. You need to tell yourself, okay, I'm angry. And then you need to know the reason why you're angry. If you're sad, you get to know why you're sad. You need to remind yourself that it is normal. It is very, very normal to feel that way. Emotions are there for a certain reasons. You can't avoid it, you can't suppress it. It's normal to feel sad. Once something bad happens and everybody's sad, you don't have to be the strong one every time. You don't have to be the one tapping people's shoulders every time. You have your own emotions. You can feel sad. You can tell somebody you are not fine. You can rest your head on somebody's shoulders. You have a head on a shoulder for a reason. There are times where people rest their head on your shoulders and you tap them, and there are times where you need the same treatment. You need to remind yourself that it is normal. It is normal to get angry. It is normal to get sad. You don't have to hide it. Someone out there offends you. Someone out there hurts you. You don't have to smile and walk away every time. Even when you are alone, you are trying to think about it just so you can smile. There are times you need to know that, yes, I am angry and it's normal for me to be angry. I am meant to be angry. I can't be offended and be laughing. Once you're hurt, you can get sad. It's a very normal thing. You don't have to hide it from people. You don't have to hide it from yourself, most especially. You need to allow yourself to express these emotions. You are allowed to cry. You are allowed to talk about it. You are allowed to write about it or engage in creative activities that help you to express these emotions. Once you're sad, you can cry. To everyone who is sad out there, it's not a crime to cry, okay? You can let that tears go. Holding back these tears is just suppressing the emotions. And people are out there saying, wow, yeah, this thing happened to this person and she didn't even drop the tears. Wow, she's so strong. And people are admiring that act. No, they need to know that you're not fine. What happens when you smile when you're sad? People get to think that, oh, okay, this girl is fine, this guy is fine. Let's just go away. In fact, I think they're very, very strong. They're stronger than us. Meanwhile, you are weak. Meanwhile, you are weak. Meanwhile, you need help. But you can't say it to anyone. You can't talk to anyone. You can't even write about it. You don't have your own diary to write down these emotions, to write down how you feel. You just hold it back. You are opening the gate to emotional distress. You are letting it take over you. And it happens bit by bit. Today you're holding back your anger. Tomorrow you're holding back your sadness. People get to play with you. People get to mess with you. And there's nothing you're doing about it because no, you can't show them that you have feelings. But they have feelings. People offending you have feelings. People hurting you have feelings. And you think they don't expect you to react. They don't expect you to show your feelings. Even if you don't want to cry to the world, you don't want to cry in someone's arm, you can cry in your arm. You can cry in your pillow. You can let that tears go. You've been holding that tears back all the way from public, holding that tears back all the way from home, holding that tears back all the way from school. You can't cry because people are around, because people will see you cry. Well, it's time to let it go. Just let that tears go, let it flow. And know you are done with it. Because holding it back is just postponing it. You're telling yourself, no, I'll cry another day. You think saying I don't need to cry is the solution? No, when I'm hurt, I cry. When I'm hurt, I let that tears flow. Yes, it's a sign that you're sad. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to write it down, you can write it down. You can have your own diary. You can write everything you're feeling. Because sometimes writing down your feelings actually relieve you of this sadness, of this anger. Pouring it all in a book. Knowing that yes, because you don't want to talk to someone, okay, you don't trust people enough to talk to them about these emotions. Putting them in the book can be a solution. Because you're telling yourself that yes, you've let it go. It's somewhere now, and then you can move on with your life. Or you can talk about it to someone that you trust. Just let that emotion go. A friend, a brother, a sister, your mom, your dad, a cousin, anybody. Somebody that you can trust with, somebody that you know that will help you with it. Because they've been through it before. They might not know exactly how you're feeling, but they've had a similar case. Because this is life. We relate to each other in more ways than we think. I don't know what's making you angry and you need to suppress it down. But I know I've been angry. I don't know how sad you are right now, but I know I've been sad. So I know how it has been. I know how I overcome it. You can also overcome it. So you can tell somebody how you feel. Okay, you don't want to say the cause of this feeling. You don't want to say what happened, but it's okay to tell somebody, I don't feel all right. I need help. I need to talk to you. The people out there who wants to listen to what you want to say. The people out there who wants to hear you talk, who wants to just hear you pour out these emotions. Okay, sometimes you want to put this emotion back, hearing the feedback. You know you're at fault and that's why you're sad. You know you caused it. It doesn't mean you can't talk about it. Fine, you don't want to hear someone blame about it. You can just go ahead and talk about it to the person. Like, I know I'm at fault. I know I'm to the blame, but I just have to tell you how I feel. And you'll be very surprised. After talking about it, you see that it's not so bad. You see that you're not entirely at fault. You see that there's another way to go about it. You see that there's a solution to this thing. So I'm trying to encourage you out there, every one of you. You can cry about the situation, let that tears go once and for all. You can talk about it to somebody, and you can engage in a creative activity instead of laying in bed all day thinking about what has happened, knowing that there is nothing else you want to do about it. Just try something else. And then to take yourself out. Let you go out there and have fun. If you've talked to someone about it, if you've cried about it, it's time to get up. Dust that leg of yours. It's still dusty on the bed. You need to go out and do something. That it's being in bed all day, being alone all the time, just because it's sad, because you're angry at withdrawal, it makes you get used to it. And at some point when you're not even sad or angry, you just want to be alone. You just like being alone. Even people are trying to talk to you, trying to communicate. See, you're like, for now, you're giving excuses to meet up with your friends. You have all the excuses to stay in bed alone. There are times for this thing. There's a time you need to play and a time you need to have fun. A time you need to be around people. If you're trying to move on from something and advise you don't be alone for too long. Because once your system gets used to being alone, it becomes a problem. And you always want to be alone. You find comfort in being alone. You are alone so you can think and not overthink. You stay alone to find a new idea, to innovate a new solution to your problem. Not to stay there and cry all day and keep thinking and keep talking to yourself. No. You've talked to someone about this thing. You've cried about it. It's time to get up and let go. Engage yourself in something creative. If what you're facing is a solution, you can start now. It's not too late. If it's already done and you can't reverse it, move on. Move on so you don't leave yourself open to the gate of emotional distress. Because beyond this gate, there's a lot. There's a lot that you get comfortable with, which is not normal. It's not normal to always be alone. You need to be around people too. You need to smile genuinely. There are things that will make you smile genuinely without having to force the smile. Find out what makes you actually happy. Apart from what makes people happy that you think it's normal for everybody to be happy with this thing, it might not be your thing. It might not be your joy giver. Find out your joy giver. Find out what makes you happy. Find out what gives you that pleasure in life. And try doing it. Try engaging in something similar if you can't achieve that for now. Engage in something that you know, once you're doing it, you're not thinking about things that will make you sad. It's just happy moments for you. You need to leave that board in your head and try to achieve it in real life. So people go to their imaginations to make them happy. They're happy in their head. So they just lie down, cover their eyes and think. And in the world that they create, just in their mind, they are happy, they're doing what they want. You can do that thing in real life, you can do what you want that will make you happy. It is a free world. So this is one way to deal with emotional distress. So you don't go to the gate of emotional distress. There are things beyond that gate that you don't want to experience. The gate of emotional distress is something you don't want to pass through. Allow yourself to feel. It's okay to feel your emotions. Do not suppress your emotions. Do not try to avoid your emotions. You need to process your emotions. You need to experience emotions. Give yourself the permission to experience it. Once you can experience emotion by yourself, what can process it, help you to deal with it. Recognize it, identify the emotions, and give it a name. Know what you're feeling. Remind yourself that it is very normal to feel this way. Allow yourself to express it. Allow yourself to express it in different ways. You might not want to cry about it. You might not want to talk to anybody about it, but there are other ways you can express these emotions. Even if you don't want to write about it, find a way to express it. Find a way to let it go. I remain your host, Divine, talking about emotional distress today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment and like this video. And in my next video, we're talking about another way to deal with emotional distress. And I'm going to expatiate on what causes emotional distress in my next video. So please don't miss it, okay? I love you guys. Bye.